Leader of the prosecuting team, who is also the principal state attorney, Rexford Redu, in his response to the writ, provoked loud laughter in courtroom, paving way for a sharp criticism from the judges who maintained the Supreme Court was not a place to take matters lightly. The 5 Supreme Court judges sitting on the case were unhappy with the decision of the prosecution to file a motion of certiorari instead of a nolle prosequi, which would have given rise to the same effect. Mr. Japan being discharged, and if the state wished to rearrange him, could do so. Ni Ayikwe Otu is Kennedy Japan's lawyer.
Well, 2 applications were brought before the courts. One had to do with quashing the proceedings before Mr. Justice Christ. The other one had to do with quashing the proceedings before Mr. Justice S.L. Mensah. S.L. Mensah had to do with habeas corpus. The habeas corpus application had been discontinued. So as far as we are concerned, it goes with everything. So we don't know why we should be brought to court at all. In the case of the proceedings before Mr. Justice Christ, our understanding is that it is the Attorney General who should decide what to do. If you are prosecuting somebody and you think the way you are going about it is not the best, you can advise yourself and do something else. It is not for us to suggest that to them. So as far as we are concerned, they have the alternative remedy, and again, the discretion is certiorari is a discretionary remedy. So the Supreme Court will not waste its time to grant you a remedy when you yourself know what to do. From the discourse, it is clear that the prosecution do not seem to have any case, but they want to write a full ruling for further guidance. In the second case, which had to do with habeas corpus, their case was that they were not served with our processes. So that had been agency that to enable service to be effected on them, and a new date fixed for hearing.
Honorable Kennedy Japan is standing trial for treason, felony, terrorism, and attempted genocide following inflammatory comments he made on radio. The Supreme Court has set July 4 to rule on the application. Still in court, Alfred Agbeshi Woyome's 51 million Ghana cedi judgment death case has been adjourned after the chief state attorney called in sick.
For Yamachi, a BMO, a brass said in Pensimu, a bro, baby, now T and live on Oxy 98.5 FM, multitvworld.com/streams, and we are saying Mountain Tankesiano, baby, be our one out here and can you watch me? Meeting the Kodia Saraba for a champion Kaba. And Penny Fortinase, na moi mobile to dream, ama Ghana Timia Concaino. Now, oh, yeah, your man, Bapa Nessa. Anything boy, I mean, none pay, na ye to dream, far more, my Ghana, bra ye pay into my pay fra. Nina no, I drink to a turn, no bit me as an email. kaba@myjoyonline.com, and I say Facebook Multi TV World and our FNC wait me as a text message 1760. We are simu baby I will be out in a text and sabit me aka na etimi ato accommodation. So na pen for ye no more trase ato adwen so NDC communication team member, government communication team member Fred Agbonyo openi ye mo achimo akwaba. Sanso so ena ye maame obatampa Frances Irabna Esiem MPP parliamentary candidate Edema Adentan constituency maame ye watching yenua ena no pen komodie ben ena ekoso owura Kennedy ohine Japan ye ball ne kwadu se wakokeka nsem bi a emfata na ebetimi di omamu nchichemu aba ebetimi di abusuan ntokwa aba terrorism ene ehonkro ne ba kwadu aide ball no enro kopie mu court na aye bibi basa esan se judges ya omuti Supreme Court se aden kwadu bofo emu ni mmadwuma na akoye nsem bi a omotwe ho a omonte ase na ni nyina ne se prosecutors no pese yensesa asem no senia high court idi asem no na afi yensan fanko baby fufuro na yenko chirichi nsem na so no mpanifo tena ase no omo asan to nsem na hyeda se July ebe no ombedi sa asem no eno ibebisa se so ampa se aden aban no ana se state prosecutors no omunim ne yesese wo mo eyo ana senia owura ikwe otu oye lawyer edema owura Kennedy Japan echichemu no ana so na road to election 2012 Dr. Parkwesi Sindum through challenge to Ghanaians or the bibia to Ghana for him so no de abato ya bekomi no here nipa miensa pe na yekwakoto omuso aba President Mills Nana Akufo-Addo ene ono Dr. Endum na Ghana for mfa sa nipa miensa nsinsenie so compare and contrast yenhwe se asumasi ana obenten ne private life ne public life edien why de amane man Ghana ono Dr. Endum de wato ne ho wo se ebra no wo mampani Akufo-Addo mu no ye minister Ghana sika ene N1 obi anam so ano ye no hwehwe wono no di anim eme ye koje bae public sector reform ni nwumadie ni businesses ni ade awayo ono wo track record ampanifo mienu aka no so President Mills Ghana for to Obama no mfie na enuamu ani obae no so track record di empa na wayo e de ama o man Ghana na Adom so oba mu da obedi minister da ni business life ni private life nso te sen Ghana for mfa nsu nsenie so wan na se to aba ade ma no eno wadwen kire behia mpapa efi hoho nsensem baabi abedu ane se mukai se gui traditional council editor yenuanu ma mo zongo se kwan a ye fa so ahemfie be hye no na yewi a japade ni nkonwa ho niema regalia ebesi sabre no no mo 48 hours na no fiada na 48 hours ni twam na no pe sori ya yenuanu ma mo zongo kire se wo mo 48 hours o mko hwesa niema no wo mu hu ye niema no wo mu hu ba bi afa enti ye kwako bisa se saa asem yi ye beka ne sen na ye ama asomdwe etimi aba na ni abepie mu ene okan herald de bokrata o de atudwa okofa ibi fi Facebook de aba se MPP for etitafo bi ya mo Facebook asha se invite nkofo so omumra na nado ne swearing in ewo January 2013 na adan yenya to abampo wie ede no masha se omo ye invitation ede akofa nkofo na omo se na nado one na mama no ne na bilateral talks na yonkro ne ba onya medi president adan na wo ye saa die eno ye nkoma ye de bro enti ana no pay nkoma ye de ebro no bidwafo atena se na nkomodie na hya ase na ye to adwe no text messages 1760 kabatanajoonline.com email and afi multi TV world Facebook mo atena se na Oxy FM tifo nyina so no ye ma mu nyina ache benfo mo atena se biem na yenko court na yenko he ne ye court so nra ebra Supreme Court tena se na ode ensam no atudwa se owura Kennedy hine Japan kwadu a ede abono se wakose onya terrorism obeyo ene honkro ne ba no enra court tena se no dinsem bitudwa ne enkotie ne ye court so ho eba pedifo tena se ye be hye sankomodie no ase.
Leader of the prosecuting team, who is also the principal state attorney, Rexford Redu, in his response to the writ, provoked loud laughter in courtroom, paving way for a sharp criticism from the judges who maintained the Supreme Court was not a place to take matters lightly. The 5 Supreme Court judges sitting on the case were unhappy with the decision of the prosecution to file a motion of certiorari instead of a nolle prosequi, which would have given rise to the same effect. Mr. Japan being discharged, and if the state wished to rearrange him, could do so. Ni Ayikwe Otu is Kennedy Japan's lawyer.
Well, 2 applications were brought before the courts. One had to do with quashing the proceedings before Mr. Justice Christ. The other one had to do with quashing the proceedings before Mr. Justice S.L. Mensah. S.L. Mensah had to do with habeas corpus. The habeas corpus application had been discontinued. So as far as we are concerned, it goes with everything. So we don't know why we should be brought to court at all. In the case of the proceedings before Mr. Justice Christ, our understanding is that it is the Attorney General who should decide what to do. If you are prosecuting somebody and you think the way you are going about it is not the best, you can advise yourself and do something else. It is not for us to suggest that to them. So as far as we are concerned, they have the alternative remedy, and again, the discretion is certiorari is a discretionary remedy. So the Supreme Court will not waste its time to grant you a remedy when you yourself know what to do. From the discourse, it is clear that the prosecution do not seem to have any case, but they want to write a full ruling for further guidance. In the second case, which had to do with habeas corpus, their case was that they were not served with our processes. So that had been agency that to enable service to be effected on them and a new date fixed for hearing.
Honorable Kennedy Japan is standing trial for treason felony, terrorism, and attempted genocide following inflammatory comments he made on radio. The Supreme Court has set July 4 to rule on the application. Still in court, Alfred Agbesi Woyome's 51 million Ghana cedi judgment death case has been adjourned after the chief state attorney called in sick.
Yesterday in court, so prosecution ehun kroneba ora wo yo media no so no prosecutor na beto dwa so yare enti wakoji sick leave and I say off days for 5 days ama no so judge ni bufu ye papa Mami Francis Mami Shase mfefu so we nra court proceedings ora Kennedy Hine Japan there eni ora wo yo media no still judges no ebo nyo so say prosecutors no kwan a omofa so omudi nsem no wo mani nye ho eno na ama amanfo bibisa say Ura Martina Midu or your right to say no cassette. Ages department or no, as I say, you near my year or only address and yarding.
Empacho, me nka Ura Martina Midu asem because me so me want my opinions and I'm in my party's opinions. But on a personal and more serious note, me chia a tear for ni ashafo nyina no pay. Titiru me peswa so identify during an copium manager. Now my train abina some adwin aba aprotech we dey need mu a baby are the most vulnerable here for me here for to adenta o matsena ho aban akwa aban aba na se empo so bi akoji court order me gidi say municipal assembly me gidi say ministry of works and housing me gidi say police regional any district yes right. And see you talk about me iPad no anyhow. Come in my info in the baby and ethical because you discuss this about show. Now see you talk. Now shall bad tiny quadrant and see you turn. Ye the bulldozers near jury. I didn't see na abai assassin. Sample ye the man info. Sample if there are some legal owners. Quite soon a fire and say ye day. Echo town sem. A then a squatters also and you are knowing. And it's sabi. Woman me can't know about me can say here for much say woman what a certain level. Excuse me, one more title on.
Okay.
Now many drag of no man to me answer say uncle coming crofo because a regi matter echo forwards and backwards. Now the bed then commercial ventures, a be filling station. Well, and as I say no cry walk a adentano. There in a Beckham Municipal Assembly, yet dear development. Ye ultramodern library so masa ye even a polyclinic polytechnic we are saying no ko baby as say you go towards abrochire ana amanoni style no say masa what to find that say bio bebre so to find that what you say wo district be you fan say the district of Barking e East London no what you say bibia wo kro no so empacho masa bibia wo ho you don't need to move outside. Because Central London, baby, Abefebia North London, no. Adia no ya no crow kromu. Well, it's essential, I don't know, and then a man in Puntu and a decentralization. No. Now, Municipal Assembly wo. Now, we be shana baby kakrebi ni aton, former MP's office, zona office ni aton, hat ni aton. Dempa, misre ye papa no ahimfo. And a misre abai and penning for across the country. Dempa neka. Yede beye mpuntunjuma ama ye mpeswa no so no etu mpo na ahemfo no maye proud so ye vocational center kra ye de atome ye library kra e wo nkranfo asase so ye wo ayi polyclinic e wo dental asase so ana baby enti momma ye nhwe ye special development no enti protect asem no ye pa chew ye pa ban penifo chew ye pa municipal assembly chew en ye pa ye nananom ahemfo so chew one instance no mo hwe kwan a won de ho befa so sankrofo no be free hokra mama wo mre na nka won hwehwe baabi no mo nko enti ye mra asem no so no me ma wo
we adenta asem a
we but a social issue
Ghana
when him say me so me office here work Center for Social Development enti ye Liberia refugees ye do na shebudumbram me am me time ni be off Sudan phobia won Somalia phobia on be share nkrankrom ho baabi no we even at na dey na ye Ghana fo no yetimi di ye ho amiasa enti mesre yɛtoa asɛm no so no ɛmsa attorney general department wɔn mu di ɔman ho mo na mɛka ne straight say over and across time no a corrupt and greedy nature a binum wɔ hɔ a ɛde te hɔ because mmara no ankasa no ɔmfa nyɛ adwuma ade mmara ɛda hɔ constitution ebi nie mo anso mo wɔ statutes laws regulation acts amendments sɛ mo na mo hwɛ Ghana mmara so saban parliament mmara hyɛ bedwa ɛkɔ ratify agreement ana wɔm kɔyɛ nsusuaso bi ma aban de beto anim na ɔmo ya mo na mo kɔ mmara no mu na mama aban efutuo mama parliament efutuo say na se suba mo ye di say say revolution bi wo ho meka revolution in quotes e o say overhaul esan say masa enkrofo na tena ho ache ene o ma ye wo ho ten gods wo hwe judgment depth in sem bebrebe ya efiri wo ma enfiri be bia of course mo na mutu abanfo na sa wonya aban mra penny to say better mold no say onu so be advice na den tin ye wo minister because how invariably na lawyer for kukudam ene ye wo minister minim history in under Fourth Republica yakofa attorney general sabi onye lawyer ni a our track record masa enti the American say mo betina say bi o man no ho am
that is not to say bet you no need track record
track record
okay.
Copyright the American say yemfo bi o need track record wo hwe Nana Akufo-Addo wo hwe Jogate wo hwe yem papa ya wakasa no pay ayi honorable Ayiko Dr. Beda Samoa. In fact, said there've been some render for something a call render. I think there's been some attorney general and I wish him say Adom bossman no more. I don't know if it was just by association or that department. Now we share even Mr. Sample no more well now maybe we holding pa just we share a kuku dam for a through that department. I used to be very much interested in the law. Na mitimi ko shenia ma ekoso I just go have a chat with them those days when I was at the university in secondary school holiday mitimi ko AG's department well now I was interested na law na chese legon keviate ama me kwa ya see here me department politics bia because I was in the NDC no me nko into those issues today and Drew so no Master I was me catch that na many Harry na Idris the amani ayehunu wo campus no say nya bi nie what I can say sanso na MPP fo nso no NDC wo ho na enu nso na me de kra na NDC wo power but it was the intellectuals against the government into bia do ho bo aban bia no na da so now we are glad at this time from Kufuor's time no politics no actually no assistant yeah there be assistant to a large extent. Now the Americans so say attorney general's department moye a beacon because you can say be jina mraso aban jina mraso emra de aban ba o masa nya hodene na ninya no moye ni say no na mo ma ye lose confidence and to be kra meka say Sylvester be lose confidence attorney general kan ho bi because emra no enkoyi na hwede aye hwe screen su kakra do fu ne anua no na asema amode Kennedy court mu ya court ben biom kwadu amode abono no high court issue se mo kwa reframe a mo ka Supreme Court say ABCD mo anko magistrate court wajaben na magistrate court anka nkyira mo say ne court no only jurisdiction and the court ben biom na mo pa akọ na say diversionary tactics they've turned into politicians what turned into politicians.
And the money more
David America said they've turned into politicians, no. They woman yo majuma say emrenim for nipa sabi ababoka because dodo na wo no ano wo mo call law school no master na nya sa 3,000 no more 4,000 no aye tuatua na yi na just virtually free e dodo na bedu sa apogee cream de la cream no na manim chese emema aban aboka chese Ghana ma bom hoka na mo yese no how you paying back the state eyenim kwase maye ebede na CP emefa ye nomu because of moamu yefunu eni moamu selfishness inti ebinum selfishness inti apapa for no say the Matiame Dukan no ni a wo mato nchen wo mo ebese de be edi dwirim ni kata so hye ne proi no na one individuals negotiate no more do share and cut because when you make case man who clear say problem ni nyina fi attorney general's department
almost no wo ya understaffed e bia wo nipa dodo wo hia mo matimi adwuma no wo mu nya bi enti adwuma ne dɔso wo so enti wo be na obi yare ti be free court case be predodo ho na prosecutor ni ho ana o yare ti say wo yo mediate prosecutor ba o so yare
ye will be ye friend say you know it's circumstantial what me follow bibi na what me who say eyo boapayo asam no one person won bedi na kone kwan so said the amra ne be kire whether the man will be found guilty or the man will be found not guilty culpable no or suspects right now the attorney general's department here no na shemu kena say ade na nkasa no there was some grafts conspiracy wom and but identity obi to say but we won't be friend no ya can end this for ethical pie sabi because her name must be mentioned severally and na mumu did not add it to the case well
so police were invited
maybe woman invited the police ye be attorney general's department someone shan say mumu dey akoto court ah let's just say monya a certain framework monya a certain paradigm amudi nsem ni nyashem answer na mudi mansem eko court na prosecution na nko mpese o mu jasem no mu na public outcry won say you will be a friend voice populi was there the voice of the people is the voice of God
and also you can say
voice populi was there the voice of the people no
is the voice of God
yeah is the voice of God and to yen the most ho na ebom hoka nenim guase wa hwe ya wo so na comment eba enye fe wo ba ora Akan de no so a they want to I don't know whether to tow somebody's line because that case is unwarranted and if the statement you know there's some law against it bring it
for you go pim so call friend ages department any near keka kro ni ho kro ne ba no amount for so they are just not serious wo hu ni omo yo and they say no dia koba house na no dia koba ma judges kra butimifu se kwa mo fa so mu di asem no mo ani nye ho eno na ma amanfo bisa se nti ahwe ya na arehemu asisi enya ewo ages department no na hwetew eko down ekoba ne sa so a na justice delivery na ahwe na nkoye ye be ne dai
kaba me da se anope ma menchia enkrofo mo hwe nyina
ene enkrofo mo tie nyina
omo tie so mo o minim sa
live on Oxy FM
oh okay and then me chia mo nyina na ma chia microphone nyina ohwe akpafo in traditional area nyina me chia mo enu amamo ozongo nyina akpafofo nyina na ma colleague pe nyina lolobi nyina oni area opa o sandro ko be sin ko alavanyo nyina fodo mefo nyina e ko play me chia mo nyina mo pe kaba adeba ko a me ya me difficult part say anka me criticize state institutions ana se me create impression be say nkrofo no mo ye adwuma ho no na nka mo nya nkrofo bi a omwo nimdie banya bi o so ya mpem anka ye betina so sana ye na huhu sana fi akọ man ni nyina na nka anti abna ka say na metie nsem ne bi me mpesa nka mekọ but wan ko so a na tie fa anti nsem ne bi ase enti ha na fa ncheme se me bekọ kabahwe so onya ban be di ade so na nyomu ya ni say every state institution bia no o pe kwan bi so penetrate within the institution set up omo atrase kaba omo system bi just so it can protect them at the expense of the generality a nyo bi say na obe hu
me to asi cheche mu kakra
me breaking down kakra me say onya ban
brofom kakra ma me
na aban be di ade so na state institution ya set up say akomunye adwuma fam boa ye nyinara na yen benefit out of it na omu political agenda bi omu wonti no no ma hyeda akonanam science institution nim apia omu crofo dia shem a divide even the front of the institution say be ya nyomo person munye no enu kwa na timi drive ya nyema se na wo hia
NDC aban yes ana.
Kaba. And now I do say. Oh, occasionally just take time off. I know say out tired. Call Attorney General Department. From month will be 1-on-1. Men record your mom. Let them openly tell you what is going on there. Momo come as I'm not here. In your money and a near Cohon, Ecosono, Eyomunde. A Bimusha Mosomako school, Omo professionals. Now, Comunia ya. They will operate in that environment as professionals. But unfortunately, and yes, and it's here.
I didn't see them quite.
And I can't claim Nukaba. Politics, so. Say, be police forward. They be a same way. Time now, NDC opposition, 9 people are by. How many times they are in your opposition criticize the police service?
Most of my power, almost some fan crop.
That's all the builder make a besino. You can say to the sense there. Now police service say MPP police. Tables no 10 year about than MPP NDC police. Almost buy. Now the professional aspect of Omo Edumano, Oma Jatunche. They are singing the song of the politician. Nene nam ne de call. Who could do Attorney General Department? Who speak to almost all of them. Attorney General in recent time. Speak to even Matemi Bekaza Bebrene, talk to Honorable Kumbo, talk to Betty herself. No one chill the way the system is there. Share, Udi Australia focus on ne. Na sankrofona omo homo yetuma na anye hwanfa ho a enkusi bebia. Serious kaba.
Dabi omo adwuma omo yo na ene de hen potin.
Okay. Obi timi sorry for Attorney General Department. O hwehwe case be na ye juicy case. Ono akọ court. On take case ready for bia opani bia ho.
E prosecutor.
Erade. Na is in ras no unji na court. Ebra senior attorney ti ho. Na junior ho a opapa so.
Na say senior na ebisa no say no wote wono ma ne junior.
That's right. Why should that happen? Should it take a judge to prompt them?
No back court 20
may say omo nim no mo ye. Omo akaba. Omo nim no mo ye that institution are pro apasa. Jide bi enim. Jide bi enim. Na may say ye gusu say na say NDC MPP. E bedru pepe so bi no. The generality Ghana for nyinara omo nya jide omo biom. I don't think I'll tell this instant justice. Now, so be here at the police station. Now, in the next 10-15 minutes, on the Nabambotia, or my man, the next time is going to go be more. I'll deal with him right there and then.
In the end, these cases no mulusu. MPP for almost 13 cases.
I don't want to go.
Kabal no ya na say.
Me pese me pia assembly code. Na me sure say near cost of that institution. I told that department ne a bon kan. Unkrofo egu ho no. Brother. And yes, of course. And I'm sure say there are some of them some opportunity operate professionally. I am telling you, you go there, speak to them one-on-one. Now, oftentimes, we are telling you it is true that the only portfolio unya lawyer if uncle. Now you just any ordinary lawyer, so I can be our bank account. But Osha and Sema I want to buy home. It's not as if I told you that I'm understanding say it's about only 2% or 3%. Any court could go. Agreements are signing in international dealings in now. No nejuma. Now can you expect that Attorney General alone as the sole individual to do all these things? You need all these other lieutenants. Now someone you're prepared. Now say I compromise your mo. Now me can't be about we will live with it forever and ever. That for me, what I see, what I know every day, the court system is there to protect the rich in society. Finito. You hear nya unkan ubi. You hear nya unkan ubi. Finish.
The judicial system, no.
It is why we say apart from say for the sake of politics, why we can be able to fiasida. Tiremie. What will be that?
Say be any na mete.
Apart from say politics, unko that system. We know what say ma. Who are own him na bi or tibe bia. the fashion of a court and I demand some money. Wow, Gaba, Ubenya for I'm telling you. Na say bet no me we mu. Na e koni say. Na semba. Na manfo sheda. Yenya no basa. Minkum. Me
Fred, what interesting a year maybe say. Sa cabal ana crofo omo bo chenku no omo so me say. Why interest no omo pursue? Why dear no omo yo? Omo dia na so obi na ehye omo no omo ya to gain what? Dear no omo here.
About be any why bibia kwa ho. Nipa da sani action bia obeteki bia bibia obeye bia there is a reason to here. Who interest bia o protect and as o project. Many was there say yen hwe no closely. Na fe yem say ya won say ne omo ye nyina yi. Hono interest no protect. Is it they are so interest? Me say nyam bia o te.
Wo sha one interest no protect.
You see it is early yet. It is too early in the morning. Oh me pese me bob me dem can me hear me general submission. Me hear me general submission. Na me there say enya bia ba ko na mienu bi eye adwuma ho no etie. Na Ghana fo nyina nso ehu bi edeko. Hwe ye betimi aka me kan de bia NDC. Ye den ye the gold crowd be gu all the streets in Ghana.
We be free power that.
Brebe so a NDC be free aban mu. MPP ba omo ntina ho afebol. Ebibe so a omo so meko bi. Na se pese Ghana fo nyinara yenya mfaso free o ma we mu a ende hu be yan say state institution na ya set up no. O megina pintin ye be hye omo de aye omo adwuma na so eni. Na ne ye hu nei na e bode ko na e ka so obi na ye no. Oh, yeah, man, this fire omo ya and I send this MP for any omo ya at the end of the day, omo na na say no. Because near ko nyina investors na dey bia ye nam say e pom da bo ma we mu. Omo mo hwe bi o. Omo so mutie this consulting partner CP for say me. Say be nyo podi wan na Akan wan sem. Na hwe documents every one ba. E ye wan say. Asem aka ye try wo landing court. Ya training na areas na mo ready na nyina ma hwe ho. Na ye ti oma we mu. Na ye ho. They say ada na NDCP e na ma tia judgment debt e na mo diska. Meanwhile ye ni me kwa na kasa ye dey politics. But now e na wo you men say me na say emfa ye kosi bebia. Ya mpam anka amfesi the truth. Na ehia ye krofo bebre no mo oman mu ene say akwan omo cast nam so no. Omanya good roads. Some sorry, omanya good drinking water. Some we school, omanya juma paye. Some like living Korea. These are the things our people are looking for.
But our people also want say yempeni for ye do motua inyuma dia horo no. Ye resources say dia show mo nsem no. Saying and one more here no.
That is the digitalization of the people. Engine na make us say yempeni for no. E won be hia say ye betina yi say be ya. Sa resource na da say saying. Ye the be provide nyama dia ma yen crop for no ho. Na se betina na ye say ye nyina ya so emu na say ye dada nkrofo na omode tumi na share ensa no and ye de coin
ye guso ayepem so ye heard text messages about bebre and about infanto adwumedi so obi a also betimi dia brain 1760 across network na yetimi dia kan honorable Asiedu Nketia should mind his worst emsen some more kan kire enra Asiedu Nketia press conference also should mind his worst but yempem so ne enko na yemfa ni aka no to so okay enye krado no yen to so road to election 2012 Dr. Parker Sindum and Akan today the obokrata or the aba or say compare three of us one yen to abamano President Mills Nana Akufo-Addo and I said Dr. Parker Sindum why na see to about edemano na Dr. Indum edisan se mi to just say the presidential candidate of the Progressive People's Party, Dr. Papa Kwesi Nkrumah, has called on Ghanaian voters to compare his achievements in life, public and private, with the presidential candidates of the NDC and the MPP and choose between them. According to Dr. Indum, this will be the surest way to choose the best among the three gentlemen aspiring for the highest office of the land in the December polls. Speaking at the gathering of chiefs and people of Dunkofin, the central region, the astute businessman and a great investor appealed to the populace to decipher between what he called the real men for the job and other applicants. the real men for the jobs and other applicants. In the opinion of the PPP flag bearer, the achievement of the presidential candidate should inform voters on which choice to make come December 7, since that would determine their performance when they are entrusted with the destiny of the state for the next 4 years. Francis, between Dr. Indum, Nanado, and President Mills, make a choice and tell us why.
Oh, obviously, my choice is Nana Adudankwa Akufo-Addo.
Adenti.
He's a flag bearer and leader of my party, and I have absolute faith and confidence in him. Then to America, sir, I'm sure Dr. Parkwesi Indum will be survey and Akufo-Addo. The same Dr. Parkwesi Indum also no. Under NDC government, you know, he was on some boards.
No, a consultant.
Oh, he was a consultant. I think on the Ghana Airways, yeah. And that was where Ghana Airways sank and sank and sank and sank. I said, a car, MPP ba bemuno, a car net down in Yakaketwa. Wobakai say, MSNDC by Crano, Dr. Is it the knighted prestigious administrator, Sir Jonah.
Urasam Jonah.
Urasam Jonah.
Anglo Gold Ashanti.
Yeah, Anglo, yeah, Sir Jonah. Sir, he was knighted by the Queen. Sir Jonah, look at his international reputation near there. But Ghana Airways, no, when he was Salvagina, Ojemo, you know, and see, as Dr. Parkwesi Indum who say, institutions thrive on human resource and not on an individual. And the man on fan compare others. He should tell Ghanaians what he can do. Because I would take his swipe now, then you compel other people to put you on the pedestal. And I don't want to go on that way. It's more personalized because for me, he's no more adept at governance than Nana Akufo-Addo. Why? Or at politics than Nana Akufo-Addo. What should Nana, of course. Because when did Dr. Parkwesi Indum come into the body politic of Ghana? One.
I say a man for her the business life.
And Pacha Webisame, I don't know what he has achieved because and the Kabam for seconds no more. Your friend saying, what share your funny kingdom no more? What share crack business? I mean, can because that's a baby draw side to the crampo. They've done something, right? Champion no more. What share a Bamfo seconds no more? What share UT Bank? Yeah, ye near Penny, Mr. Amwabe no more. One amateur no. Actually, the way they've gone international, we should Kenufurata, Kelly Gajepo, Yofi Grant, the triple, as I call them, triple action, a data bank, and the data bank, in Nam, Liberia, no many other countries. In Pachotobo, I never heard that bank, I don't know where it has gone to in Africa. We should baby to say Ghana Link, Nikki appeared down Sonomo, one amateur who have opened up. Look, Ghanaian businessmen are in Nigeria, or no what's Sierra Leone, no money are there. And if you look at people like Togbo Mensah, no Grida, if you look at the, is it Mr. Boche, your friend, say, Regiment or Gray, no more, you know, who spearheaded them and say luxury but affordable types of accommodation. They opened it up. Oh, if you look at the Transaccos who've been able to let people come from outside, no matter their lapses, to invest in the building industry or to, you know, put up a in Ghana. Ah, baby, or Ghana, unamwa. Nasa unam baby, or manoni. May patch say, we've had your friend say, the Kasajans of old, who revolutionized road construction and construction in this country. There are a whole lot of them. Share Club 100, you know. I've never heard of Dr. Parkwesi Indum's name in Club 100. Enter Miss Reno. Obeka na semwebi obeti mi akeka ko Fredum ho. Ah, or no by reply, no. But as for MPP, Yem Flagbearer and Akufo-Addo dear, Wano has paid his dues to Ghanaian society. What amendments in our constitution? I never saw Dr. Indum's book in any hall of fame. But Nana's name is inside our legal statute amendments. What the public order, your friend saying, act to me, I'm not a lawyer, I stand to be corrected. Ah, and ne. We be notify police, but they are not compelled to stop you. And when you're afraid, these are monumental and fundamental changes to the way we do things. Excuse me, or no track record. Maybe Okaba, asem na wokano. What's it between or no, or say or no? His Excellency the President And he said, Mika Nana Akufo-Addo Excellency, of course, he's been foreign minister. It's just like being an ambassador.
Excellency, as him now Akufo-Addo.
Oh yes, me pa say
my friend Nana Excellency already. Odi do I be kan ho asem.
Yeah, ka abodini no. Na ye feel it title then a track record no. Wo share UN. Nana do din da ho. I've never heard of Dr. Pakwesi's name in international circles. So, even though he worked abroad, me pa chow. Because sure bit say Boacheja, he's been vice president of a bank in America, it is well known. Wo share Dr. Prekunomo, wo share what do you call him? Raku Brobenomo, Kennedy, Yaya Damfui. Oh, Ata Kennedy, no. I mean, and there are hosts of others across board, right? What share even Legon, some of our prominent chancellors, vice chancellors, there are too many to mention. What share His Excellency Kofi Annan, a whole former general secretary of the Secretary General of the United Nations. One, I mean, there are Ghanaians whose names are, I mean, Professor Lotenomo, Masa, don't let me go that way this morning. And to a track record, all these people are fit to lead the country. But it is those who have the passion for politics and governance, who move to the political system or converge there. And out of them, one is chosen to lead the many. Wow. Meba, mpacho meba, inti miensa na wafano. Meme nkoka Felix Beka NDC. Mame nka na nedu dan kwa kufu. Inti amikacha say, you and Nana headed the Security Council before. He's been foreign minister and attorney general of this country before. Nana has headed corporate entities. I mean, been part of their boards, been part of those companies. Me Modi, because I don't have the permission, but we all know. Again, no. Nana Akufo-Addo, as we knew him, look at his track record in the governance system from a champion's days, when the Indoms were probably cooling off in some academic centers, or later to go for greener pastures abroad, Samuel York, or whatever his name was. I stand to be corrected. No, no more were in the trenches. Meba,
Doctor, no asmo Akan. Mabisa wa umbeso. Nana do ejuma ben we bia magana fwenye biayo. Na no the constituency Victor Smith call. Got us ni ade ho na bubu. Schools bubu o abu akwa.
Companies.
Nana do ejuma ben wa ya magana fwenye bia.
Meba, we show places like DHL. When you look at places like Tigo and a host of other companies, you see, you don't compel people to go into people's private when you don't have, Fred, you agree with me, you don't have their permission. But the Americans say, why ye Juma in the private sector and why ye Juma so huge companies, our Dr. Indom cannot compare his own. Meba, as DHL them say, and we know its track record. And America say, Masay, won't go be a for me, I also want to banch abo. He may not be in the hospitality industry, but in the business industry, he's also part of the conglomerates. And America say legal luminary no. He has contributed his dues.
Nti empunto ben sakra ben na another bar.
And America
ode be brag na for abrabom. And the question ya me bisa.
Meba kaba tobo as.
Adwuma ben.
And to me dismiss Dr. Indom first part no. Say a kasa track record he cannot compare himself to Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Number 2, Nana ama in a 10-point vision since 2008 on society. Nana free education for secondary high year or about 208. I criticize it. I heard Dr. Pakwesi on another platform. I stand to be corrected. Mimicking the same thing.
It was one crowd who can't
Master Mpacho. Dr. Pakwesi was presidential candidate of the CPP in 2008. And Nanado's free SHS was in his 10-point mission. And it's documented. And yeah, no kofaba. Oh, Indom never came out with it. Don't let us banter. Facts are sacred. Facts are sacred. Opinions are divine. And to the nado structural agricultural structural transformation of our economy, modernization of agriculture, accelerated educational infrastructural development, and Nana put the premium on human capital development. Nana can't say security will be expanded to 50,000. No. Master, wasn't there hue and cry? What is happening today? With more intake into our security services, Nana can say we need a modernized agricultural system. We're not going to the $1 billion seed for the Northern Development Fund. And I'm a and yes, Sadak. That those days, the then shadow foreign minister John Mahama and then MP for Bole. Or see a fankukutuya via Rika. Now the anana Kenya feasible. Today I heard him saying Sadak, whether NDC is in power or not, will have to be followed because any didn't put to beba. And today I can say, Nanado at the UN made Ghana proud. He chaired the Security Council when there was volatility across the world, and he was praised everywhere. To our legal system, he's contributed. He's trained so many people in the legal fraternity. I net the Unikulendis, Maza, the Natoshi Ados, the Akotoampaus, the Akufus. I'm talking of Frax. Yeah, yeah, done for Frax. Kwame Akufu no more. What I make and say, and a host of others, too numerous to mention, who have passed through his hands and are now given either legal tutelage, or are now given advocacy, or are now giving vent to constitutional reform in this country. And to say, Masa, enya hotel awakoye, na yako groovy on a Wednesday evening, and yako to near the pay, and they contributed to national development. Meba, and then
Go securities.
Masa, mami kanchiro. Yaka banking industry.
Ka FM.
In Pachao, yaka banking industry. Sebi Edriasa, Obisu has been in the legal industry as a private practitioner. Why? Yaka political accentuation or development. Nana has been in the trenches. He has faced fire and brim, and yaka contributing to governance. A government of which was all inclusive. Apart with the join here. Me person me chair ni say. In the scheme of affairs, you know, say Emra Yetro, Nanado Nisi Attorney General's Department as part of that team. Say ka foreign transaction as a foreign minister, mind you, every single embassy has a trade attaché, has a defense attaché, has an information department, and other allied government, units in there. I want to share Ghana in some Ghana, my Masua Abmanone. Interese who say answer na wo niama ne be fi ho abegu hotel wa na wo banking transaction left and right no the foreign ministry like the finance ministry these are the overarching ministries and in pacha e de oka say kufo de odi anim no na Fred NDC delegation wo di anim koya ade a you've been given the mandate by government and to sabi the TUN chairing the Security Council na public services ministry Kufwa de Nadiaba, and no appointed from another ministry to that ministry as minister. To say the Benkum Health, Abba, your friend saying Interior and then Attorney General. Who ya Bejuma? The directive principles of state policy.
Mami fan Dr. Adom quickly. Mami fan quickly. Now me wrap up with you. Dr. Papa Kwasi, a flag bearer and leader of the PPP. Dr. Adom, and I don't pay him watching. Yeah, that's it, Papa. Today, the Abbas what would you just say? Say a pe obedi Ghana man penia. Yenshe Sam Penifui war Ankasa, Dr. Papa Kwasi Nanado, and Professor John Evans Tamils. Now you compare life achievement in public and private life. Any near what me I Eddie Abuane man for. Na Udi say war Ankasa PPP and say Ghana for to Abama because our track record. DNT and Akoba say a comparison asana yetimia to aba you Dr. Adom.
We media medawasi. Me chia o tie funa won so worship on wo ofigana na fana hinara. Oye no kode e ma na meka da masam no endeda. Wo upper denture e so no wo dunko onofin. Yenye ahemfo na ekro no mpanyimfo Queen Modest na de anyone di ishim. Na say o Oye Ghana na Embrano 1992 Constitution. Omo kwanda yimpako omeye omanpenyin. Wankada political party omeye omanpenyin. Oye NDC no oye omanpenyin, oye MPP, oye PPP, oye CPP, oye party B no oye omanpenyin, oye yimpako. Na omanpenyin ejuma no so oye ejuma kakraba. Only the most important job in this country. That means ono ana oyi ministers. Ono ana appoint ambassadors. the record in the constitution, district assemblies are who are 1/3 of the members, chief executives, only one. In Juba, who are Ghana Hano, on offshore, only commander in chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. And yet, the Juma Kakraba, or ye Jumon Sa, the Impono Oyaza, Obwa Ghana for millions and millions of us. 1 year, do millions and millions of us, near so far. Until there, me me a chief executive of a private job. And in an info private job, I want no man fatuhu. Me kwaka ye ejuma wo Deloitte and Touche America. The work from them be a partner. No, them call medical exam. Medical exam, me pass. Me uncle busy one pass. Not BBN. We more correct treatment and sana well admitted as partner. So yeah, interview. Where you're recruiting a whole, of course, through different people and sana akona wakakade. Oh, be a member of this company. Afu Mpo Ghana, CFA chief executive of VRA, or bank, bank of Afro or Barclays Bank. Share what a person has to go through. Auto application, what an interview, and sana. So what about the top job of Ghana, the Oman Penny? Honestly, I make the Ghana for. One share there, and your neighbor, President Mills, Nana Kufadu, Papa Kusindo. One for him there, and you answer your actual application. They appear you maybe. Now your actual application, one share no one you show. Now one share there, and you know, abazi, poche, and you to me, ya. Or share there, say, ya, what they do on my henna. You go to me now, ya, the NJ, and I home, now where she share, and an anchor home. On until I may there, and me, and Dama, a basa nan. And now, I may feel the Ghana for all the washing. A court or your midgety, my say. Midgety or on a chair there, me a bonidia, Mutum, Mexican Mechi, a cup of chow, and now Mr. Samusuban be a baby for. Almost sooner or chairman there, or there me a papa, Mezima, Ubiara, or Shamasti. Or today being, as our friend of family values, and now see me fee. Or the mission, me fee, Audrey, me fee, or ye, them me a papa, or the mayor and a member, Musha ye, I must miss ye, Mendamorco ye, Mayor Denwaji, member, the one when I brought Bonum to Tuna, only the Mutuma Babuano. Yeah, the back show will be so good, be so quentre, never back heavy, and also more as Mugia, Medibay, Juma, or Abuano, and that's the Mifia and Giza. And a Mokabuan, Mekaden, only number 2. Number 3, one man can also make private life and also private sector. It's Professor Mills, no, professor. Okay, IRS commissioner. The Naku for a lawyer. I'm also a consultant who rose to the highest level in my profession. And I'm a chairman in Africa for Deloitte and Touche. I feel so extra got enough and any nara. Well, all the 10 regions. I've been a military Bokuno, Barclays Bank will pull out of Boku, and I'm the first national Eco Boku, with more Yendi, Bolga, got enough and any yam, with more. Into minimum, a Jumano look over your no consul be Jordan. And I feel so, Yamin Chaga, you never seen Yanso, Yakwa Benemeda, and a Professor Mills, our Anson Obey President Mills, no, or you will be a vice president. I mean, so, and I'm a president. And then you'll be a minister. And I could father's no president. No, you'll be a minister. Now, so, when you do money and ye. A human, you know, about the poche, and you to me as the year. I'm a gun of when they go to work a day. Oh, on no court, a human, there was a man, and Faswa, ye Fihono. And to me, she'll be a mobile woman. The Yemen and a mere man opinion, no, a Kufon or my opinion, that's what you was a mamma. Or behind him, single spine, MCA, and an account. Oh, me yips. I'm a gun for who passo. Right. And you know, they made to my baby. Not say, Mercade won't fit a Juma Caston, one pension, Mr. Ma. Baby or what gun able to wage another work a day. Papa Cosindo, or the Jumana Mana, or Botum, or the Ananto. No, they treat me cut then, Emma Ghana, where your home passo. And then the man and Fatuna, and also and Pensemino. On a Mr. Ghana. Yen show them fire. So be and also that, Emma, will show me here, we are. On Penny Mills, no, on page Manamana, well why any review na wa kadam obi se de na na akufado ndama wa ye hina no o kire de no obotu wa ye adwuma na that's my opinion am so merka de wo hwemi ye na won so ye nyi wona egina ho ya ye examination why ye test no to do na rana everything that each one of us has done what you to me papa kwesindo neso adwuma no wo de hye some obotu wa ye
right
my submission am do tuwa Ghana for so washer no one year home pensem awaji tumuno medawasi I was saying tumuno I was sure what
yo and I mean so my media ha Dr. Endum and I no pay multi TV and Oxy FM ya da se papa and chima or their bread Dr. Papa Kwesindo me maso media mu ya me so media me ye ni ma ye adwuma pa o bigusu me ye adwuma den
the president
oh me no
secretary well
wrap it up na me confredo
me wrap it up no
asem no no abobo so
ma asem no wabobo so tell Ghanaians what you can do Ekufado chire Ghana for their odebeye wokura kwakofa SHS no edigira baby and the American say Kufo gave you a job to do when you originator of single spine and the president Kufo has had to come out on various occasions to the bank nyama Dr. Parker Sindum Ekanibi to say millennium my dear Wunim Bush the former President Bush Jr. And see Kufo President Kufo former President Kufo and no aye ni presidential tour so no aye na de na papa aginatum and wabe bibi aye de aboa and it's part of teamwork and I into a no won for credit and yes I think every single minister has performed and is fit to be a president and in pacho doctor mapa mama nyanko Ghana for as a pro-kwa Ezerba because we all don't live on past glory and achievement. Right. I mean, it's a book full that if you analyze that we should put him there tomorrow, even as a replacement.
But that's it. Fred, me and you obviously, your choice.
Kaba.
President Mills.
Only papa be a friend of Mr. Pianim.
Kojom Pianim.
There be, there's one that
Kwame Pianim.
On the cousin be. Okay, 9 before the Congress. And now, and I was stressed.
And why?
Omukoyi flybearers. And I go pay Professor from Paul Boston, no chairman of the program. And I say every idiot
can be a flag bearer.
Can be a flag bearer. One Ghana one day, per the census results nearby Nokaba. You have over 24 million Ghanaians. Now share Ghana.
Voter population at least you're about 12 point something
million. Share Ghana my 80 mekaba. Nipa Ghana mine are producing. We call in the field of academia. A man for my being professors or my being say mathematics are or non original say physics on original, chemistry on original. We call every field be about thinking of her. Ya wa man for omo dum pepe so kese. But besides, since independence, either by default and as through the conventional means, no, uncrofa he, and I think I do people so I friend of president. And nobody should take his say the smartest in society. I'm not a president. Oh. It's not like that. At every point in time, a radio was choosing Babakwa, a belly the rest. If it's all about personal achievement, business say why selling in your field of endeavor there. Now got footballers where there's not going to be broja. Na sami kufo. Wa bobola from under 15, under 17, wa boni na but near work and then on bobida. And I not make us on his fault of professional or your champion pa. And now you can say business. We have several businesses across the world. Tony Ebo Munina. Abedi Pele Munina. Na eba a musician so enso e amachi demu na ka onyina if you back na to aka me there be no free enough now but
akina isoba
akina isoba be on nam ne na so we see hotel so we be a bank we a businessman ko a businessman and they got area governance. You need people with very cold heads. We need team players to be part of governance. Cold head, team players. Yes, you now afraid I bet in a program so producer only who TV so anope yo bankrofo omo gina echi a omo ye mama program we na at the end of the day we program na ekwe a na onko afa credit na afa na ye
there be a teamwork
nipa na Ghana triple na contest the presidency
also we mu no ni frontliners omo miensa omo no more front
na papa go sindum usu o CPP kakra ba ye CPP won timi aso ano
there be was one pamo no say no mo no mo won ati kwa
na sapati na wom omo antimi anya gidi wo mu na omo kwa wo konti ko se fiako na wako for me wa party na wa the one your flag bearer na oni nam
omo to abama no just
boyfa
omo endorse
oni one contest here
omo endorse no
obi am fine
na
so you aspirant
there be say a media man me monitor your cost
na wako for me wa party na fe media ma si bank o media ma si hotel and ye share track recorder sankrofo wa bobo nkofo mo Professor Mills Nanado omu amount them one na bet me account no de onye hweda President Mills we no so law school at the age of 27 no one PhD 27 years what's that what chairman for there co University of Ghana we nkofo ma fa nsem esu and different nsem a and na so mo ye nipa mo Ghana mo yedwuma na say experience na dey ade a he's the only person na onya opportunity be a vice president osuen bi okay vat okay dem na won dey buy ana onim say under him leader of government business and the vat buy ya come preko we me preko she me preko say man na bagana IRS how many no yedwuma ho what is obi abonedin so akowi obi cd wa fa benzika wa what in atida wa be di ade 3.5 years Ghana for the resources are sha ejuma wa ye in our health area, in the area of agriculture, in the area of education, every area. Say na minuka say almost every single community will be drew. Even Accra, within Accra Hampo. Every community roads are either to be a joint that say yebeyeda. Say nem so to abuna manfofia yere in your county. President most near can say omo ye gottes, omo ye roads, be omo ye juma. Development is a process. It's not a one-day event. Like I say, and now over there, there's a president. Now, maybe. Or say, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, time na go to the 1966 no. No, so on your face. I don't know how can Ghana ha. Almost the level of a frog is not known until the frog is dead. Mint na platform biaso guy president Kufuor on your face. Because few years after he has left office no, most of the projects that has all initiated or started here no, after he has completely bia, nobody me physically say why you say. It's the same with President Mills. Now, Okada na time na behave in this N1 roadway. Now, Papa could see my cost man the boys nibi.
But you're still on a small.
Oh, there be.
But you're by distance in the free or more. Oh, or senior on a small.
One day.
Or at no more.
They did it on their own. No, but my notice on my side there. No. Oh, yeah, then. Oh, my notice. Okay, then. On the day, no more sharing t-shirts. Meboa. Ojiafa. You see there, ukana onim dia edibu ban. I don't think that really it's worth wasting too much time on. Because at the end of the day, obey there is only 1% and 0.5% be. Oh, or a businessman, me I can understand Papa Kutindum. It needs to be in the media. As an opportunity, we're best selling bank in the day. Who are open hotels no so. Obet me akwa man say I go here fundraising nyama bi na or the businessman. And let's appreciate, you know, it's continuous being in the media.
You ever text messages about for about into our media so or say Fred, you've spoken well. It's true our democracy is meaningless without strong institutions. Keep it up. James in a day by Osikaba tell Fred today I like his submission. He's been very, very objective. Daniel and Ediba also keep it up. Kaba, if we start talking about work to Ghanaians or life achievement, I will prefer Agbamame to Pakwesinu. Kaba, Fred is the only man in his party who is not a liar. Greetings to Madame Frances Isiam Ajingo and a different tema at the brain. I say I like Madam Frances CM's submissions. Respect to you. Kentin kan difi nkwetia ko edebre. I say Ghanaians should stop the criticism. I say criticism adosodo. Frances, allow okay, the host to do his job as a Okasado. Prince the future for Praso. Inusa from Boga. Good morning, Madam Frances. I wish you good luck in the coming parliamentary election. And on the buy or say Kaba. You two crowd be your beef. Allow the woman to talk. Or say good morning. And when Kaba tell the MPP woman the program is in Chi, and the brofono gangan to brofono yado so dodo. Kaba tell her we love her still anyway. Lord in our boise ena or the buy or say Kaba. If an official from government can tell Ghanaians that there is a rot in the ages of his, he should prove or get his mouth shut. Alex in Sunyai or the buy or say Madam SCM, you're a good human resource for this country. Ghana and the MPP communications are proud of you. Tepa any free buy or say the judiciary is indeed rotting like an apple. A case I sent to Shraj is still glaring in the paradox. Emmanuel Obimpe and the buy. Kaba, the NDC man has talked better today. May the Lord be with him and the entire party. NDC. Edumafo papa or party papa. Roger from Sehibekwai. Politicians have nothing better for Mother Ghana. Shame to them. Kofi Nedebai. Kaba, please, the message about unpaid yeji. Okay, I'm saying electoral commission still. I'm on for complaining. So I'm here biometric in my musika no my that ben amu betua omoka. Ose, musika ne touch o and but then don't say this time we say check. Has the MPP rep forgotten that her chairman bought state lands to Joe in Kibi in the Ebisa? Or say I'm spending like, why don't Ghanaians forget about the MPP and the NDC and vote for Dr. Indum? Or better still, Papa J's government next time. Cabinet, or say Cabinet Kabi indeed. Or say NDC will lose the 2012 election. As someone in the Ashanti point by Kaba, I totally agree with Fred. Even my district, Adanse South, New Edubiase, the coordinating director has awarded contract to himself. I'm sorry, to me, I'll say I was in Tamale on my way to Accra, and the security escorted us to Kumasi. I think the security men need helicopter. NDC no size, yo. Or say, Frances, why do you speak good today? Okay, but when you go on another radio station, yeah, no one say me bet me akawa. Or say Frances ba haras and then the casa no hana kama pa. But to come be free run the other no je gumsa.
Mine.
But TV must so
also mine.
The Mimbo Biadi. Or say from
I can't message me now.
From that be I would not be fair. I would not be fair. I would not be fair. That's
all my other materials.
From Masinga or say Kaba yesterday I sent you a text message but you didn't read it. And now I mean as much as about 245 text messages. You know meet me a kind in auntie. But you now they are chemi. Or say Kaba. The man sitting there is he speaking in favor of the NDC or MPP. From teacher Akpeko, Wasa, Japa, and the free buy. Or NDC new, but or a nation, or my Ghana, Uncle na Yedi. Or say tell Auntie Francis that I love her very much. She's doing a great job, and I want a number 2 in Jessica or the buy. Kaba, NDC has failed Ghanaians. Inusa from Boga, Kaba. I asked of Alute yesterday, where is he? I know Salute home fan still, but Nyame Nkuswa Emon home by no man. Kaba. My grandmother has been going to the court for the past 11 years. Now the magistrate has finished hearing the case over 1 year, but they cannot even give a ruling because he wants to collect money before. Fred in Somenia. Kaba. Okay. I think that when we now comments are actually Nyakan bro. Crespat ear center saying Koswa and cow. So I saw no you can't somehow say you can't somehow say you can't somehow say no I saw no enuano sinua na I saw the call audiological care. I see a bebo more assumu yetimi mu ye papa. And you know call a Crespat ear center yeah one more East Legon Populampo Junction on Benzene Bank na omutimi mwa na asum yade bia no yemwa na yenyin free homa 0244 675962 0248878057 and afi 0247 584402 branches ahodo bi e wotemata krade ni Kumasi na bribia kai say with Crispus Ear Center hearing expert no bitimi aboa ama onso ho timi ato sanso so na ye koso kai manfo say ensuo etoto esusu atie na ebebo e danso na enchense no benwunu aguaso membra ya da no dia na enye enchense papa uhia eye raincoat roofing systems na timi aboa ama wodan no over 30 years na say repairs kra unye bi isan say papa ntino enti nyame ya adom a eye fiada ebe 22nd to Sunday 24th June Accra International Conference Center Multi TV any HFC Bank the Habitat Fair the Brel adansi ni hu nkro ne ba nye se ohie nyina one stop shop ko na kodi hu nkomo mortgage houses woma epese omuto fie ni etua ne kakra ene sa ne meni nyina ne ebehia conference center enti sa dwuma di enyu hu mfrim na opese oti raincoat hu nkomodie na de board dan so ne dia 0208193584 020819359484 Mr. Mo and afi 0244 328215 0244 328215 and I say log on to raincoatroofingsystems.com na afi yento ankomodie so and now kind herald the work krata or the aba so on politics na story no actually say Nanado ya oye MPP presidential candidate herald any other publisher wa ye dwane bacho na assembly nyina ne say Nanado echitafo MPP echitafo wo mo de akoto Facebook say nyame adom a January 7th 2013 Nanado na yeyi no say omampani de ema oman Ghana na MPP for shall see a invitation the free amanfo but any MPP invites people to Nanado swearing in on January 7, 2013. Now, okay, you know, I mean, kind first two paragraphs on the farm out. What's it? Misleading. Was it with 169 more days left for Ghanaians to know their next president? Some elements within the new Patriotic Party have shockingly started sending out invitations to people, asking them to attend the swearing-in ceremony of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The invitation reads, and I quote, "You are cordially invited to the swearing-in of our next president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The date, venue, and time of the swearing-in were given as the Independence Square, Accra, Monday, January 7, 2013, 12 p.m. till 5 p.m. respectively. The invitation was raised on social media platform Facebook and has over 600 people expressing divergent views on it. The platform is one of the many sites on the internet created by the MPP and used to spread last week's false claim that President Mills was dead." Twaso ekenkan and saying and ye may be an Nanado and I'm Kromwa Abontin or do Germany and no Angela Merkel no almost bilateral or do London no is unya medi president I don't know carry who saw a president Anna Pipane Pache. Well
say we do say yes bro for no so into minimizing la joy the oba na bro fan ko so and not say say gaganto say we no say ye bogu ana the ebe can say ye man relevance bia because meba me see ye mbongo when I'm feel say the Herald whoever edits our publication by no we conducting who and say why ye the kind of irresponsible journalism. Number one, why no ko bisa wo MPP mo ojitu mo ma no meba social platform mi wako to aso say president mo say wono me gidi say Herald no onim sa dia amount for the Kogo web so say sebi omampanyin adan I don't want to go into that issue because I'm saying dying down. Yeah, you say papa what I say or no call checkup, routine medical checkup. As we are hearing this morning from another source, no, a second opinion or whatever it is. Yare, obiati me yare. Me, I'm not interested in that. Me to want say Herald no oni mubi. Te me catch a be an iPhone in national security. Says to say the only call Ura Kwekuba no. Wow, to make our press responsible and the media responsible, no. One more for Herald, no. Because one, what's work on social platform na MPP4 there nanado website no it is www.ekufuado.com say ko near here
ekufuado.com
yes MPP website wo ho me de kora den wo ho and I'm a patch say 7 producer when you irresponsible journalist now when you're irrelevant to the way Ghanaians want peace in the activities and now you pass some J now as the fourth estate of the run now more in central for asebi and say mo body run now mo kan some ebe mo man etumpo mo be kan some ebe ma some J aba and na ya kan City House of Chiefs MPP NDC PP1 CPP obi agusu ka peace council enya some J na epe hwen some asisi wo ya ye mamu na wokọ the BBC koto paper so a irresponsible journalism into their oye owner of the paper no me fan say bia na ni trait ankasa no oye irresponsible no apene a publish way ama we aba so didn't na make us ameba obi anim say emra kwan so no emra poni ne ye wo emra ye de to aba enu ne ye wo emra ye de declare abato no ye wo emre mpo a etotaya ye ko second round ye wo emre so a ye dissolve parliament aya midnight 6 January ye wo emre so a ye swear in the new parliament and new government ye wo emre a enupo conventionally no for transition na asomdwe aba ye wo emre mpo a emra na madodo a se wuyi wasoafo a e wo se wo mu be den ebuman ye wo limitation and to say we are responsible and I sabi we need limited mind and now the abroni beka say mediocrity say what dream no sabi preduas when you are no more ah we be say samre nyina deda ho na wako ho bibi kra platform this one who say be obi create mischief and say when the maye who say propagandist phobia won de koto ho say President Mills a free mo obeka 208 to 207 one of the BBC says here ye normal tracy akọ oras pegabra ho say ono no the test ema o manpanyin dada
but in fact enra Alfredo Gba mi ka che o Asempa FM say text message you know yeah oras pegabra send or send one pet to former President Rollins
meba or send a text message on the president's health then the pia bontin e me binom so kokoso aso say sebi why comatose a papa e ba ya wetimi nyame adoma be di president a emra so a ye nyina so ye pre a ye so ye mpai bone say nyame e be dum ye wura nanado no so kwa person odi Ghana faso no ene ni team no won fa faso ne nhwe enti kaba we min wese memre okay it is reckless language
but almost one in Germany ni Angela Merkel e hodi bilateral talks about president
meba and I make her say, the no katuaso no, any President Mills say, as on the friend, because he is accentuating. Say President, will be in himself. Papa Bejana Airport say, make a shama pom di in maba. And I'm see BNI for national security friend. The Atosubium Angela Merkel, na invited Nanado. Nanado don't be storing called German Chancellor. German, their fans said the equivalent of Yen president. Say, my back, Messi, play Mukoko, my back. What do you mean by bilateral talks? A government they hold bilateral talks, and so no coin in the language. But any institute, president also opposition, and the name friend. You want this in America for me and Bobo Bodi, but have to be discretionary. I be beba ho, a cuckoo dam for, and to abri BM and penning 4%, and our Western powers especially, even China nominated. They want to come closer to the opposition because they are protecting their interests in the country, their business interests. And so one person says, "But to mumu huni say, yeah, biometric. I don't want political party be our office." Interanya dia nwanwa. President Kufuor wa bemun ade yem friend is impeding for Cuba nominee ade. If I'm wrong, I should be told so.
Almost Nanado are desperate for power.
They may purchase on no paper no. And them say why you desperate for sensationalism. And say editor no of the paper no. Larry Dogbe.
Larry Dogbe.
Say Larry Dogbe. No, everybody knows who he is. and where his sympathies lie. Say na Marco Zomelo na or ye paper before. Maybe say he put it to a certain level and our interest almost say la. Say on tutor na on fa Larry Dogbe nunko school. Na on say then share the rudiments and the professional aspects of journalism or being a media person. Now the fourth estate of the realm, I said it on the network on Saturday. Say yamfa media no so anto microscope asia. To say Bosnia Herzegovina, any Rwanda no Burundi no. The media will also take us on the path of perfidy.
Me that's it. Fred, me and you.
Yo, I no pay me the radio say nye NDC another Fred Agbenyo and I picking up the media. Where the enyaka kakra pe amu nyina ma so regina yeti so. O my enda. Ya se mba no ma titin the na mo pe bia. Radio da say ugusa we adwuma.
Mo asem media na trust no.
Hey, Ghana media against NDC. Every nyina free. Relevant to every
media say
whatever the antecedent may be in the past no what would have expected in pepper so do ne nanka mo aja your life of mine na enyina ya kambo but still no more then run na jumi tell report me coffee ko na me dam say boni ben kura ni
program be
hey I would have me but say our platforms me boy anya assembly on the public we nyina well that's one of those things bakaba hu
and Tuesday Tuesday.
Oh, there be Tuesday, but your mind program. A news item. In fact, on the City FM.
Oh, the Twaso Neko. Me bisa
there. Oh, the Janko. Kaba. Well, term now Israelites. Or more Egypt. Na drum pempe so bia Ewrade say oyiyo they are free nkwasum. E dey akọ promised land. So now Moses na die nim. Wa appear before King Pharaoh. O man wo kwan for mo gidigidi Ewrade tumi gina ye.
Let my people go.
And finally oyi kwan omoko. Omunam kwasa Moses woni be bi omo fire nsu mo fire bra mo breye. Okwa so koje the commandment dey aba. Oba ya nkrofo na put pressure on the run ne kan mo ye God's bia omosun. Moses bedru ya ne bufu ya ojai commandment na be bo fem. At a point, Radiman command crashes so moving so amufa on fire run if I'm bona and soon pio no. No, they are war a bono. Emma said Radica said, Omedru promised land, but not under the leadership of Moses, but that a new leadership. I tell you on daily basis, Meno. I believe that we are saying now. My background is it has already taken place in the realm. It's only a manifestation. I see that. It's only a manifestation of that which has already taken place.
Amen.
Election me and you can mark my words on this platform today. Me sudaya ebempa.
Kaba me sudaya ebemo double.
Kaba. Da me my be wunya me hu. Da papa be I'm telling you.
What we need now?
No, before they died, I'm telling you yes. They are saying
that mommy be wunu hu.
Now I've dreamt about I've seen it today. Let's leave this one aside.
That papa be usu.
Yeah.
And there's always a for boss.
December election is one who be winning.
And run a jumpo bium.
Osun ho die.
Erade. Misun die.
Say.
I me. He o de yet me going to it.
Oh Dabi. Oh Dabi. Oh three fast once. Oh die also in this saying.
Me say. Na me kan ko si an say. 2012 elections. Professor Evans Atamils. We merge as a president again. Finito. Oh, mami, we but you don't oh, Kabano, I am the mano.
Ashananado.
Mr.
No, that's
a
Fred, go and save my people.
Kaba. I am telling you on this platform and mark it on this here. Sanyami King Ambama Radio Sumajai.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
Obia can be that master of music.
Oh, there be. Me say me na me tino. Election no, ye twa
oh, enya no correct.
Your president most we win here.
Well, percentage.
As story we are
percentage mon farmer.
Herald the nim no. Na me anya me wan bebre. Okay 2008 be elections. And you na say kasa behind the scenes. Me say at the point in time na president of you got up so.
Ade.
Be election no. They say the ministers nyina MP for penifo nyina o ma jana guo Nana do sorry na oko Togo. O sorry na oko Benin. O sorry na on Côte d'Ivoire. On in like the president of Ghana. Yenya election yo. Oh me ba oda me wie. Okoni kroma ahabo akwara friend was Kebi.
President Most one koni.
Oda me ba. Now me say I was not surprised about the story because of these things are already obi ehun ye. Na cast ni na de na chi. Me say at a point all of us say that's the new president. That is the impression he gave of himself. And the time I am call election here. Now me dey what contest elections da on say football ayebo. Until the final is a pay. Don't celebrate.
We celebrating.
2002 Man U by Munich. Extra time almost 2 goals. Oba na buy for
now the Accra City for you.
That's right. Oh ma mi wie. Oh.
Manesami up time aso. Manesami up I'll give you just 1 minute. Your time aso.
Na me can say. Newspaper obo nyama bebre ba ye nyina no pa ye nya konya na bet na review. Omo fa same wo e friend say Facebook. That thing has been on Facebook and you know and bio. That's been for a long time. We would have expected some pampa and yeah they are emanating from their camper. Now come the region that be that
Facebook region that the NDS say
but they say even somebody coming from America. Sure, Ghana my election na. Mr. Debi. Almost say no nam you know say new president Nanado.
Fred Money who be pa.
Oh well,
I'm not convinced.
I'm telling you, and you know, Erade NSC hene. Uma who's too much. Edit the Erade anima. Erade say, Mama who's wa obebrewase. President Mezie, Debi ada Akan back up. Or say one fit to one fast kind. Ghana for and that and also najo. Ebeji to me. Or fa the conventional process now, and you know, a contest here, several other people. Na Ghana for be some question back up. Central form contest election president Messi. Some kwe fum no mo baba au mejaja to fear of all the aspirants. One na yaja akola ne to ne ho a. Yenim say e kona e babioma akola ne be wo in safe hands. And I'm say Professor Mel say one hour assume dwe hene. One enim say onfa Ghana's presidency. Service say we bushia Congo bia Ghana for pomumpe wo do betena so ye ma ye mpo dia no asazi proclaim and here they are. It is the people of this country that the good God in heaven will use. Ghana for oh I am in yourself so a friendly fire Ghana for ni say Juma Eda Shaba Pen saying baby or pian could read within 3.5 years, within 4 years. Sebi miracle bia. Even Israelites from free Egypt, to share be a promised land geographically. And they be Egypt to where no. A journey be they should have taken perhaps about a week to complete. But how many years?
40 years.
40 years. And each year was say, and the Papa Bia. But eventually, when they arrive over there, they arrived happily and safely. Ghana, we are on a safe track to growth and development. Say, you say, no,
it take here 40 years in the world.
No, I am not saying that. No, I am not saying that. The point I'm making is say, development, my can say, a process. It's not an event. And you say, a couple ball within 90 minutes, now you're boy, now you're the end result. Tell me, you go swap, yeah. You're the enemy. And this year, can't be other. You're fa patapa, you're fa two, you're fa basa yo. Ya de betu Ghana for him. Ya ba. Ya semnie. We na muda hye yensa. Aha na ya kwa kodru. Ya pese mama ya kwenya na yensa ntua so. Na ye tua so a ye wonda so by the time president be wie na second term in office no. Na mo am ba out. Abet first and pampa. Mutu aba e de mapapa bi a oba ya all development e de ebre mo.
Okay.
Enti de so obi se ne ye nya ntu abai. No, afa no so a president. No. Because the Chief Justice be on a chair. Also,
no, afa no say president.
Debbie, mind your words. Let me withdraw.
Yeah.
Now, obi hu ni hu. So, and I'm making say. On the twin you make us I do be can be other fan say.
It's pure mischief.
Oh, yeah, sure. And me na make am go say Erade na say hene. Ghana for e na be determine say. Hona na e di Ghana the channel say. no ebe quick aka ba na ebe ka kwa asemo
oh Yebeka and last issue also quick response
the quick response Maka said this is irresponsible journalism and you should accept it as that because so chana no pa ne bibi kofi front page bi what I make can say about some senior personnel or the president. What I mean, how do you want us to address it? In terms of social critics or commentators.
Okay. Mamisa editor.
Meba, excuse me. Me say he's irresponsible because
he's irresponsible.
Yes, he's irresponsible. I've said so, and I stand by it because has he taken pains to come to the MPP to ask anybody? Nana Kumia.
Mami first questions in
Bisano.
Ora Larry Dogbe, editor, Edema, the Herald, doing super. Larry, good morning.
Good morning, Minia.
Nyamia do mo now, sir.
Pastor me announcer.
Nyamia do mboko. And now no pay Madam Frances Esiam. Say why irresponsible journalism because of story what they abetu just say MPP as I say inviting for Nanado's investiture. Me bacho o say story no. I don't know yeah only MPP for ankasa na wakotama free Facebook they abetu say pine.
Oh, Frances.
Address me properly.
Oh, Frances, why?
Debbie, address me properly.
You address what? How should I address you?
Address me either you call me Frances Siam or Madame Frances. Because I mentioned your full name.
Interesting. Frances is still your name. It's your first name, isn't it?
It is my middle name.
Frances is your first name. So it doesn't matter whether I had Madame or I don't whether I had sister. But what that's beside the point.
Of course.
Now, it's okay. Now, first of all, you start their way, and then we realized that there has been a certain build-up. Okay, meeting in your papa, so you might want to. There's been a certain build-up. Now, Nanado issued a statement on behalf of the people of Ghana when he was wishing President Mills, well. The same Nanado issued a statement saying that he was in Germany having bilateral talks with Angela Merkel of the German Vice Chancellor. Now, another thing, then there has been some other issues as well. So we thought that, no, I mean, there is a certain, something that is developing. We also discovered that in MPP these days, they address Nanado as His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo.
He's been a foreign minister before.
Anytime they want to address him, they call him His Excellency. They call him His Excellency. So then we discovered that no, they had our attention was drawn to a situation where they had even sent notice saying that people are being invited to the Independence Square on this day for Nanado's inauguration. When we all know clearly that Nanado, we are yet to go for the election. Nanado is still campaigning. Nanado has not been voted for. Nobody has voted yet. So why would, party elements go and be using a social media platform to be issuing this statement? Another thing we discovered, Master, I don't know your name. Another thing we discovered
Larry
was this.
Kabanane
Okay, Kaba, sorry. Anyway. Now, another thing we also discovered was that, I'm just sorry. Another thing we also discovered was that the statement, this is the same social platform that was used, okay, to say that John Mills was dead and that John Mills was being kept in a secret location, a secret mortuary inside the castle, okay, because the man had died and then those in government didn't want to disclose that the man had died, and so they were keeping him there. And so this social platform was used to propagate a lot of falsehood. So we decided that we needed to bring this out for people to know that this is what is happening. This is what these MPP elements are doing for the whole world to know.
Now, Larry, Castle had a mortuary.
Okay.
Castle mortuary.
Mortuary castle because almost President Mills castle and almost mortuary almost creating a makeshift to be some temporary mortuary castle and President Mills issue. And to the sense that out of this thing, President Mills came out to say that listen, I'm not dead and that I'm going for a medical checkup. We thought that this thing can create problems for us. So we needed to bring it out for people to know that this is what the MPP is doing.
But officially, only party no ankasa on Sanyama Ekoso social media, Facebook or no?
Well, must you wait until we talk officially to a party person if the thing is happening? And I don't know whether you've discovered that a lot of governments are complaining about the usage of about the usage of Facebook, to the extent that Tunisia, Egypt, which is burning now, and then Libya, which is already burnt, and so many other countries are expressing, very, 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 some very bitter views about the use of Facebook. So we thought that, we needed to bring it out that this is what is happening, so that Facebook doesn't become a mechanism or a vehicle that will be used to, destroy this country.
No, but has this sort of opinion?
Yeah.
Okay, but Larry, but the point is that you didn't speak to any party member or official capacity.
Official, not member.
No.
Okay.
Kaba, must we wait until you talk to an official before you bring the thing out?
You have to.
They also issued a statement. Francis might want to speak, about this thing about bilateral talks. And I don't hold this bilateral talks to the vice chancellor.
And what is wrong with the word bilateral?
When we all know that he's not the president, why would he go having bilateral talks?
No, it's bilateral in
the
Constitution.
blunder.
Okay. Larry, you say now. Yeah, I wish you all the best for the day. Larry Dogbe, news editor, managing editor, the Herald. Pacho, when your answers?
Well, he's not been able to answer. Which I say, I dream Bonnie, and it's simple Bonnie, and a brandy and a Detroit. Now, what can say Tunisia and Egypt, Facebook, major them. Now, what contract the two, Uncle Fa, we have a two. One in and now come here, only party official Bianca Sai. And see, I'm a tier for any Ashafoni amount for Larry Dogbe, Ajia to Muse. And Tropa no the other two ni paper so. It sounds so baby Chantros and Francis confront the two Facebook. Now the two paper more. Echo quarter, one now we are labo. Because beyond that pop a yina uko hu ye no. What the ayo news item at on paper. Eddie senior yen swear in president biaye. Until Larry Dogbe Ajia to Muse what chat and truckers here pa. And Tim said the next thing MPP ever demanded say the Herald should apologize to the new patriotic party or change its headline. Social media alleges. Now with the Akosha baby, I would free buy no. Tell me say irresponsible. Me suma running paper. Uka Ibrahim Mahama, a year me editor bichura no. I had to go on Metro, apologize, withdraw the publication, give it front page 3 times.
That's all.
Petrot no, it will leave a kakra. Okay. Kasana dos. Until Larry Dogbe, me da se pass would ye need I'm a program. I'm a we chantro.
Yeah, that's one cast we chantro. No more say he didn't need to.
That is our chantro.
Sorry, but
me na make a question say.
No, so you people be announcing since I say.
Oh, bilateral. No, say woman the team me up called the idea no koto.
No chop me too.
President Muslim say NDC for Nankasa. And I wishing
it. Say Ghana for beji story we di. And as omo njindi. So my fan say Larry Dogbe chantro. And as one chantro. Me say ombehwe Nanado so ne suni ne ban ne kasa ne nyomo ye MPP4 the way o market ma position mo nyamo mo ye no and the American na weka we de mbongu o mo nya hwe akire sa ana se wo hwa pampa sa no mo na mo ye Ghana for ama no ne a o mo tati o mo koka so mo de ka o mo nim enti media I'll leave it to the judgment of the people of this country but the American akosi ni say Ghana for ye doso over 24 minutes kwagu amount for ho a bing banyomu nyina na benya kwenya abevi minister da enyomu nyina benya kwenya abevi DC da let alone a member of parliament da at every point in time now me look say 230 MPs na the whole of Ghana 230 ministers say the whole of Ghana minister deputies and do 90 MCDCs president no back at one at any point in time 4 years within 4 years be one president enti nyese ma ben enye se me mben enye te me free busua we mu enye me free busua we mu enye se eye me obi apo obi ampe japade me papa di bi mi so me di bi me ma me di mi so me di bi bank bi di mi so me di bi enti obi apo obi ampe dabi na me kan go sini say kaba say ye next president e be Ghana ha na Rade e was ran say it will come from your loins sir ebe fa waba
Ebuka na me ankasa.
anase e wakasa
Text
anase me
messages.
ameti he ya
Unya
enti
president.
already na ehhehye we nyina
nyame hyehyɛ
Me da say, remember text messages in the emails. Mama call emails amount for the abana fee yentoa enkomodie no so from Asante Joshua, Kwame Asante Trophy Israel. Or say MPP, will you destroy yourself before you destroy Ghana? If we are fortunate, MPP will complete their self-destruction before they extinguish the constitution and destroy the people of Ghana. Ura Asante ended by William Adom, right from Sweden, Stockholm, Kaba. Ask the NDC man whether President Mills did not lower himself for God to raise him in the previous election that he lost. William Adom and Ebisa. From Ahinkra Richard Kaba, why didn't you ask the journalist who posted that? That is irresponsible journalism. Ose Nana Ansa, please tell your producer. Okay, but I'll pass this one on. Kaba, good morning to you and your panelists. I want to advise Dr. Pakwesi Ndum that governance is about teamwork and strong leadership, not egocentric politicking. You should stop that. Kaba, I'm really glad with what Fred is saying. For the first time, he's made my day. He should continue speaking the truth, and God will bless him. From Bambi, Tantra Hills in Accra. Kaba, good morning to you and your listeners, especially to Execo Kujamponsa. Please, Kaba, the police in New Ebrim in the Eastern region charged a client 20 Ghana cedis for medical form. Okay, we'll follow it up. You will follow up, Sasemi. Na yahe baby. Daniel Kwesi Bediako Kaba. I want you to follow up this issue. Kalande in East Gonja district. Please call the DC to inquire why the village's light had not worked for the past 2 years. Light in Yejuma. Reverend Daniel Bediako, Presbyterian Church of Ghana and Swatre, and our this text email no. Ebre messages are amount for and so Ediaba Ewaha. Na yentoa dwumedie no so em say yebra so anesa na ansa na no hohoi and some apie ba and say the leadership of the Zongo community in hohoi has sent a notice to the office of the National Chief Imam that they are unable to find the missing regalia belonging to the paramountcy of the Gbi Traditional Council. According to the chief of Hohoi Zongo, Alhaji Tajuddin Mega, the leadership wants the Chief Imam to know that their search has been so far and fruitful. Okay, it's not been fruitful. Na just say regalia no omuntimi enya. But I know call Facebook Mr. MyJoyOnline.com and your Facebook. MyJoyOnline.com. Gbi Traditional Council form 24 they are to just say they are going to institute certain bylaws and measures be or bako and they said woman muzungu yo mujani yo mobile. They are going to make them sign a bond of good behavior. So omo bedi mraso ne ho krone ba chese ne ekoso ho no ye bibi ho Fred ye nyina ho na yefire ne ekoso ho ye ben den
Kaba say o wa say me start ye nyina na ho kan no na den because me nyi ho area ho san bedu san peso we na obetira me say na esi ho na yi betimi asi ho a because we have always lived together as one people. Indeed, meaning say man for be or wa mo zongo wa and now chira mo say omo real route e ho na ya wo mo e ho no mo anyi e ho no mo free and now we have always coexisted ya bibia de abom na bibi atimi amase adu sam pempeso yi e asema e ya bebre the only thing I can do at this point is say ni de ma ajobrel la kuku de double bome Kaba 1 minute na me kan my krum kasam ayibim say togbo kuku de double bome
mama o
togbo kle mama o me na nanti fafa never me abete me se go me kele jigire me de mi agio me se go hia be na yie ma o ta kana nya join godo de mi anu afame akobe mo ka je mi ato be go me se ava minya be ejrele ale nu amodo de afọ ma this point ma be mi adibe mi blame america o ke bo mi akọ ebe mi na fafa never gbo ale be ne fafa vare mi ajira no petedo be chomen ma ga kponu ke don ya me ka ne se be bia ye du desi ya no ye hia peace asem si a nyampenifo ya ne se omotu nkogwa omosi nkogwa wi a na omo so so ano ye wi ano a bebi a etochima bebi anya yie no na hwe kwan be fa so a e de be siesie ukodru ho area ho nyina area ho people are crying about roads ofri ho where say now Kofodome the road is not in good condition Okwala Avenue area na mo hwe ne say
no kan eastern corridor roads no
oh there be say major road na be twa ho krom where like various communities one say when na municipal capital and here you free inside from Likpe Akpafulo Lobby Sandogo
fi you pictures from ho na ohwe no bra na niema ekoso ho na for niema ye
no
ampacho ho no
ya nekoso amount for livelihood one say ebia na a few people akọ misconduct your ho na ankankrophobia kra mo nkam no na ya da koso ya amount for shops ebi ejakotom na amene ka say amount for bread ebi adwa na free ho a akọhye jazika ne keje bi na ekọ nyina na mesra ne say we should allow peace to come back to the place.
Right.
Then we find solution to whatever the problems are. I can really appreciate what Tobe Gambusu and his elders are going through. Say na nanoma dia omatina for all these years. Now suddenly, and I say jabetum, and I say amafo jabetam de kwa. Definitely, it is so painful. But what we can call for this time, they say we should allow peace to prevail, so that we look at the way forward we can resolve this whole issue, so we can coexist like we have always done.
Francis, hohoi.
Well, I have relations.
Just we to state it properly, traditional council they say almost set up committee. The committee's work is to come out with strict conditions under which they will consider omo mujani free zone go no so omo back to omo baby and omo te no ye be assess say who qualify and who qualify.
You can say we no delicate issues into me answer no spot on. But Mijidi said between the National House of Chiefs, the Volta Regional House of Chiefs, the Traditional Council, Nankasa, the National Peace Council, Chief Imam, now the Islamic or Muslim Council, whichever it is, and states when the national security, and you can't Japan no one up and down no. When it's a matter of national security. And if the chairman of the National Security Council, in this case, the president of the land, is away on a medical checkup or a second opinion or whatever, all those forms are medical treatments. Oko checkup.
The vice president is in charge.
Vice president is acting. So I'm saying that in his absence, whoever is sitting at the helm of affairs, that's the vice president, John Mahama in this case, should do what? Convene the necessary, stakeholders. Maybe but I'm saying that the state should not take the matter up.
Right.
Baby, I able wakono. And the amidi chat towards the afraid kind asunje. Now on this note, memma and you are nominated adofo nyati said the confidence. I want another than kwekufado, both domestically and internationally. Enter and say invitations agin some Germany, China, America.
Obatampa Francis Rabna, parliamentary candidate MPP, Adeta constituency, and how about I Benyum?
I Fred Badwam. Jigbodi, say asem no kind.
To my once a
croaky voice.
Let's support to
Jigbodi, enye lame patike, Bajidi dondo, na tonu lefia osi. Agbeviade ya kodi miele hiame ata onye doundo kuna duji mi gbodidani mi donolo otonyewo jigbodila mi veve wove mi vase lo
National Symphony Orchestra for Fred Agbenyo, a member of government communication to for this year. Me call na ma ba na me the billboard any ahofidi abrel ansa na na ya abrefo atenase ma fisem so ye de nkoma epie mu e wa setena mu efie nsem no ye de nyina nkomode di abrel